What up, guys? How you guys doing? Just got back from Seattle. Good at the market. Tattoos. Queens love it, man. I swear, it's always, hey, like, yo, a lot of tattoos. Like, yeah, what's it about? The healing journey. I love it. It's a badass conversation. Hey, what's up? How's your, how you doing? How's it going? I love Seattle, man. Seattle famous, especially the Queens, Eastern Washington. I'm the devil with my tattoos. Matter of fact, I'm getting some more this Friday. I gotta finish it up and then be able to see you. Well, I like liking Queen. Likewise, how's your day? How's everything? How's life? So I'm doing like my neck, and then I probably can't fit everything, so I'm gonna probably go a little lower for the rest of it. And my situation as being my tattoos is to call everybody out, like whatever you believe in. So like when it says like respect, you trigger and comment like God, I'm gonna tie my back, in the middle of my back, the lower sides, and say bottom of the cross. God, Jesus, Allah, Buddha, Muhammad, the universe, the spiritual, your ancestors can't fake change or save you at all. And when he triggers people, like, well, that means God's not powerful. And then right here, it's going to say, first letter be capitalized, and this letter be all capitalized. So, for example, I'll read it right now really fast. I'm still not for sure, but I got to figure it out by Friday. I'm well, just going and making more music. Hey, music therapy, do it to it. What about yourself? How's life treating you, and how are you treating life in return? Life's beautiful, financially maintaining single-father kids, but man's blue pill rich, man-made bullshit. Repo rich, I'm the richest person in the universe. I love every day, Belgrade. What's up, how you doing? I'm blessed. I get one more day to live. Tell a story. My tattoos attract the universe. If you want to start the healing journey, or if you want to talk about the healing journey, and I care about you and your feelings. Everyone's like, why do you care? Because I was you once upon a time, lost and confused and trying to wing life. Winging life's not the best, man. Just for you. How you doing, Louis? How's it going? How's your night? But everything's good on my side, King. Hell yeah. Don't forget, man, love, respect to Nazir. Hey, can you remind me how old are you? 20, 21? I believe you said you're 20, because my tree of life from X Nacion said 20 on the side. Nazir's younger than that. When I first started talking about him, like, he answered respectfully, there's not really no competition, but he's the first young king that I spoke to, like, he's hella fucking good. I tell him all the time, like, yo, every time we have these conversations, remember, like, I believe he's 20. Yeah, it's going to 20 and going to 21, so 18 at heart for myself, but I'm 44 on the outside. I have deep ass conversations. And like, hella proud of you. Cause when I was 20 years old, I was just back in 2000. I couldn't tell you that any of this. All these tattoos, my tattoo, but already at 39. What? It's not ever too late to start the healing journey. But I would say this: the younger the better. I promise you that. You're doing better than you think. I'm really proud of you. Hey, what's Mason? Likewise. I thank you. I'm just telling stories. It's not ever too late, but I promise you 1,000 when we're older, you'd be like, we all say the same shit. I wish I was younger. If my parents taught me, I wish that the past had been written. If your parents, you can say that, verbalize it, but the idea, quote unquote, if your parents knew this or any of your family this conversation, the healing journey, they would have been forewarned you a long time ago. I'm assuming for your kids. I talk to them like they're adults, but they're not adults. Sometimes I had to check myself, be like, remember the little kids, this is Japanese to them. My second he'd be like, there's dad preaching again. I'm just trying to warn you guys, this is possible, So, yeah, it's cool thing with technology, and the healing journey, the younger the better, because then you get your life back a lot faster. The healing journey, which, this is victim. I was thinking about today, so it's just a victim, warrior, survivor. I'm at next to it mentality, because that's the victim mentality. Healing journey is very, very painful because you fall back, and you have the right to be in the victim mentality for the time being. The idea is not to stay there forever. My exes, my past pain, toxic trauma, and child trauma, they all fucked me over. Like, you can say that, verbalize that, but is that your excuse you clutch the last day in breath? Then stay in the victim mentality, but if you want to say it, don't say you want love, and you expect your new partner to come in your life and magically save you? Potentially, quote unquote, but if they see you too traumatized, I love you, but yo, like, you have a lot of healing to do. I'm sorry that your mom fucked you over, everyone screwed you over. Here's the kicker. Were your dress? Where? If you keep doing that, then what am I doing respectfully? Like, you're just respectfully, like, you're just trying to take my energy. You can, but I'm just here staring at you, touching my helmet. What's up, Coach? How you doing, King? Those words, you're doing better than you think. I'm proud of you. It's so needed nowadays. Oh, which is beautiful. Once again, that's positive talk. Positive talk is beautiful every which way, and the intent is like you can get like motivational speakers and people to pick up when you're down, which is beautiful. Remember this, but when y'all separate behind a cell phone face to face, everybody has their own life. But as the being, how you doing? Remember that That's a part of being alone. Sucks. It hurts every which way initially, and it's very, very scary. Trust me, it's very, very scary. But once you start more on the awakening journey, less energy in your ex, more energy the person mirroring yourself. Now you're evolving. You can be more comfortable, and you be happy for others. Initially, you have a little jealousy and envious of people being happy in relationships. You know. Oh, you trolls! I love you trolls. Check out before I block you. All you all you bullies, cyber bullies, keyboard trolls. Your mother should have swallowed you. The universe would be without you. Hello? Uh-huh. I didn't call you. I just got home. Oh, yeah, no, it's a damn, it's the cyber troll, whatever. Yeah. Sorry, that wasn't me. Oh, hey, not Nate, your mother and father. Oh, yo, I love you, troll. No, I'm on my live. I just thank you. Have a good night. So here's the kicker. So real fast, right? And that's why I'm gonna make TikTok. I'm pretty confident. I know who it is, right? And what you gonna call it? Real fast. Let me see if I blocked you already. Okay, I already blocked you. Cool. Anyways, I'm gonna make TikTok about it. Call me the fuck out. That's my gift, right? So I made him on Bigo, right? And then he hasn't showed him on Bigo yet. And then I saw him on TikTok, right? And here's the kicker: you should know your people behind the screen, quote unquote, your followers, right? So he's a networker. Typically, for the most part, networkers, coders, hackers, this shit. So last weekend on my live, do the same shit every day for 5 years doing this, right? All of a sudden, my phone starts going off. My sister's calling me, my brother's calling me, people in California calling me, and you know, I pick up nothing. And then I call back to my sister, like that's what my sister's like, hey, just call me, like I didn't call you. It's that he goes by Ghost. It's, you know, it's the hackers, but you know, he wasn't on my live session. He's like, what's up, coach? And as soon as he's saying this shit, my phone's going off. I already know it's him, right? So I called him out, check out. All you hackers, networkers, I don't give a shit what you are, right? Here's the kicker. Without that keyboard, without that Wi-Fi, you ain't shit. That mammoth gift of hacking, coding, you ain't shit. Now hack my mind, destroying traumatizing with words, you ain't shit. And then I show my tattoos. All you bullies, cyber keyboard trolls, your mother should have swallowed you. The universe would be without you. On my back it says, don't call yourself a good person, religious person, spiritual person, atheist person if you know you are doing it wrong. You're good for the streets. You're good for nothing. But I respectfully, I'm going to tell it. And if not this Friday, definitely next session, 2 weeks from now. My back left's going to say, how can you be a weak, narcissistic bully that's racist and think you are a good person, a religious person, a spiritual person, atheist person? Make that make sense. You are good for the streets, comma, all capital letters, toxic love. You're not good for homes, love. Bueno? Bueno? No. No. Estoy bien, estoy en la casa. Estoy en la casa. Sí. ¿Tú estás bien? Ok, man. Ok, mañana. Adelante. Ciao. And that's the downfall when they hack your shit. IP address, they know when you're logging on your bullshit. For everyone join the live, he's telling everyone how I had him gripping the sheets. Oh, Rona, that's like your mom and father. I love to bully bullies. All you bullies, dead the fuck ass. You're good for the streets. Toxic love, you're not good for home. That's my new saying. I don't give a fuck who you are, what you claim to be. Shots fired. I don't care. If I hurt you, I did my job. And the best part, these words, these conversations, these languages have no feelings at all. So how's all the universe their feelings about things that don't have feelings at all? Make them make sense. And what does that mean, Japanese? Of course, once again, I'm gonna turn my phone up real fast. Sorry, but anyways, that's once again, he's bothered because I blocked him. And that's my job. The downfall of these hackers, once they get the IP address of your any device, they can pretty much, do this shit all fucking day. But it's cool, because once again, all you hackers ain't shit. And the best part, all you hackers, the AI is gonna take your job, and you can hack dick. And you can't work at McDonald's because the AI will take over McDonald's. And then what? We humans, for the most part, our basic jobs, we pretty much screwed the next, 2 to 3 years. So that's why my God bless you, Jesus loves you. Oh yeah, love you too. God loves the whole universe. God, well, I say the whole thing. God, Jesus, Allah, Buddha, Muhammad, the universe, the spiritual universe, your ancestors, they all love you. What are you doing right now? Chilling. What about you? You know, and that's the shit for everybody out there. So that's why my job is to trigger everybody. I don't care who you are. I challenge every being in the universe, teach me shit about raw real life, and trigger me, bond me with words. That's my job every which way, you know. Although we bullies on this and 1,000. Enjoy it. Although you can't have blessed night, they could be safe. Thank you for stopping by. Pray everything's going your side. And you're doing hella good. Once again, 20 going on 21, you're a beast. I'm out of respect to you. I couldn't teach nobody about life. And that's what I challenge everybody. That's my gift. I don't give a shit about anything man-made, respectfully. Whatever man-made gift you have, you know, your body, your beauty, your lust, man-made, right? And from there, why is your job? Cool. Money, power, and fame? Cool. I'm happy for you, but can you teach me anything positive in life? And please don't be higher source. I've heard all my ancestors, right, my ancestors, but you're depressed. So ask your ancestors to take depression away from you. Crazy guys here. You've been to prison? I look like prison tattoos, but here's the kicker. My tattoos are mapped to life. Typically at a prison, you become Bible thumpers. God, God, God. Nothing's wrong with God, but do you live the life of God? And when I say this, nobody has my tattoos at all. You know, you might have like Genesis, Adam and Eve, you know, you might have, you know, like Cain and Abel, but that's just parts of the Bible, not teaching about life. And especially boys, 99% of you boys saying shit about life. You're a hard worker, right? Especially brown boys, Hispanic, Latino, Spaniards. Hard workers, right? You work hard in your friendships, co-workerships, social media friends. You do not work hard in your relationship. That's why you have the housewife, the work wife, club wife, bar wife. You got wives everywhere, but you love God, Allah, Buddha, but you're a fuck boy. Make that shit make sense every which way. That's how my tattoos to the fullest. I don't give a fuck who you are. I don't. Boys can't teach me shit about life. Like 0.01%. That ain't shit at all. And that's how boys run away from the conversation every which way. That's what I trigger them. That's my gift. To trigger every being in the whole universe, whatever realm you think to be, spirituality, astrology. When I say this, I don't care what your category is. Because if you're sad and depressed, I'm gonna ask you how and why. You're in toxic love, broken corner relationships, how and why? You got PTSD, how and why? What God can do for me. If that's factual, do you think higher source is struggling? Oh yeah, guess away please, you know? That's the shit for everybody out there respectfully. And then I'm gonna ask you, let's say, do you have kids? No. I'm a single father of kids. I lost 2 families. So why am I like you? Especially to trigger everybody out there. That's this category, my tattoos. You became weed. You became a zombie and added to addiction. So how is that working out for you? But God can do it for you. So you believe in the Bible, a book written by a man and not God. What you gonna call it? My situation, not believing in anything higher source. But I use the word idea of faith. I don't know. Respect when I say that. I won't sit here like there's potentially that is as God or as a Catholic. But once again, when you're caregivers, they can teach you whatever, right? And when you graduate, you move out of the household. You can still believe in God, Allah, Buddha. You know, I'm an atheist. Science, whatever you believe is just that's your free will choice, right? Which everybody has. That's everyone's 2 exact same gifts. But I'm the one to remind you. Like, I'm happy you believe in higher source. All that, right? 44, yeah, 44. Which 18 at heart for sure. But what you gonna call it? The thing is, what? Just to sound depressed. Like, you know all about higher source, all these categories, right? Spiritualities, astrology. But when it comes to you guys, then what? Nothing. That's my point being, nothing, you know? And that's everybody out there. That's why I tell you, like, I want to learn about you. Actually, I guess right on. Yeah, that's cool, yeah. For the most part, you know, the way to find out if you're a hacker, quote unquote, or you see my platform, potentially my age, but, you know, that's what hackers, once again, every hacker universe, right? We all die. We say this is pretty much common sense. Everybody dies. No one's immortal. Like, you know, physically we all die, right? Let's say there's afterlife, so energy doesn't die. And all end. We all die and all end. Oh yeah, got it. Guess right on. Yeah, you did. Once again, you did. But you know, that's the shit everybody out there. That's why once again I go live for you guys. There is nothing after. Do you know that? That's the I'm about to miss the clips. Like, here's the kicker. I use the word idea of faith. I tell analogy metaphor. Like when you watch a movie, right? Let's say death. It's your last breath. You know 1,000. This is my last breath, right? Now when you take the last breath, it's like a movie. You watch the movie. It says the end. Everything goes black, and energy is done. Scenario, this vessel dies, right? You physically die. And let's say emotionally, spiritually, you do die. There's no reincarnation. There's no afterlife. There's no heaven. There's nothing. You just die. Or like the movies, the end and there's credits. Oh, there's afterlife. There's a kicker. But once again, if you tell me that you know, right? You can say you know, quote unquote. But then let's say you tell me you know, and I'd be like, okay, you say you know, but how you sound depressed? I just went to your platform, you got PTSD. You say, fuck my ex. And the worst part is you're a zombie addict and addiction, but you know there is no life after death, quote unquote. So, but you're still sound depressed. You're a zombie addict and addiction. I'm gonna ask you how and why. Why don't you focus on yourself as best as possible? But if you want to go down in the quantum, the rabbit hole, the gray area, then do that. Stress about that till your last day in breath. Preach about it till your last day in breath. You know, respect. Don't come here because I'm like, yo, like I'm happy you're teaching everybody that. But look at the situation with you as a being. Why are you struggling mentally? You're physically strong, but are you mentally strong? You know, we don't know till it's our time, and no one can respond after we die. Who do you know has came back? Right, exactly. So why waste your breath on that? Why ain't waste your breath on a comment? Nobody knows. But you can tell me once again that that's your belief that you do know there is nothing after life. Cool. But once again, you're still alive. You're telling me you're sad depressed. So why you sad depressed? Do you have kids? No. I'm assuming for your kids. I'll ask the families. If higher source is not sad depressed, I'm not sad depressed no more. How you sad depressed? Imagine being sad depressed and they have a kid. Go through the breakup, divorce. Let me know how that shit feels. Respectfully. Ever has come back to tell you otherwise. And once again, Justin, you're wasting your breath. I respect to say this. I use the word idea and faith. I don't know. I know this. My tattoo for a reason. I think up here says 95% of the universe you're broken, codependent, scared to be on abandonment issues. You are looking for love and happiness in people and man-made BS. All you are doing is buying bandits to cut the wounds in your mansion, your head. The answer to life is the person in the mirror. All you ever knew is you. The end. I know that. 95%? Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong. Why do you have anxiety, depression, paranoia, PTSD, suicidal thoughts, low self-esteem, anger? Why can't you let go of your exes, your past pain, toxic love, trauma, child trauma? Why can't you work on your triggers, overthinking, reactive use, deflection, projection, gaslighting, manipulation, trauma bonds, and the chain top, insomnia? 95% of yours, you're broken. Dead the fuck ass. I was like you guys. Once again, 5 years ago, I went through my healing journey, my awakening journey. Awakened, the last one woke. I don't need people in life. I want people in life if they want time. Match energy, not take energy. If they try to take my energy, what should I do? Which I will do. Realize my boundaries, right? Learn how to say no. Learn how to make people be mean to I. If I don't do that, spirituality talk, I'm being mean to myself, hurting my own feelings. Make that shit make sense. You know the point of life? The point of life is to start the healing journey. Every day above ground. That's the point of life. What's the point of life? Start your healing journey, your awakening journey, woke journey. Nobody can do it for you but you. Like X says. You know, if a lot of these older cats are saying, what? The answer to life is just you. That's my tattoo. Have a good night, bro. The answer is we all die. What's the point? Yo, you said I sound depressed. Then what's the point then? You just said it. What's the point? Suicidal thoughts. Instead of having a thought, why not just do it? What's the point? Respectfully, you're scared to do that shit. And here's the kick, you can do it. I'll carry you the fuck up. Do that self-shock off your dome. And have you heard the term the butterfly effect? You'll find out. Yo, off your dome, do suicide, right? And from there wise, now you're a spirit scenario. I don't know if it's factual scenario. Now you're seeing as a spirit the butterfly effect. You off your dome, your mother can't handle it, she off her dome, your pop becomes an alcoholic, your sister fucking becomes a zombie as an addiction also. All because you're selfish act because you can't work on yourself. Make that shit make sense. That's why I cover the fuck out. It's in your head, it's a thought. Jump off a billion fucking buildings in your head. Don't do it physically. Do not give up on life. We're all raised incorrectly. That's what the big term before all these conversations, the healing journey, higher story said it was, it's called what? Everyone's stuck on what? The generational cycle. Every being is stuck on that shit. They fucking went off the rip. Usually a kid, a baby just chilling. While you're a baby, you don't remember none of this bullshit. Your mother, father at each other's throats. Your father's a fuckboy. He loves God. He's a zombie ass an addiction. He just fucks everybody and becomes what? A deadbeat father. But he loves God. Allah Buddha. You know? Are you the dude who fought Iron Man? No. I get that quite a bit. No, I'm not. I know what you're talking about. Older cat with the gray hair? Yeah. Negative. If I was him, yo, I would have pockets, but I don't have pockets like that. But yeah. A lot of people tell me that, but no, I'm not. And I say should respect me every which way. That's why say the things that you don't know. That's another one, we can't stop it, but every day above ground, you got one more day to live. Like I bush with a customer in Seattle, check out. They be like, how's your day? Another day above ground. I go, so I go, exactly. Day by day, baby steps. So what are you choosing? What are you doing? To behave or misbehave? Take over the world or leave the world alone? And I just bullshit with them. What are you gonna do tomorrow? Or how about this weekend? Sometimes they'd be like, I'm not there yet. Cool. Awesome answer. Why is that? Because this weekend hasn't happened. That's the future. Tonight you'll sleep. You know, wake up tomorrow, right? So keep it today and not the present. What's the fountain of youth? They'd be like, what? What's the fountain of youth? I don't know. Do you know? Yes. The less stress in your life, the better for yourself. That's the fountain of youth. That's how you age yourself faster. Yeah, that's why they say that term. Stress is a killer. It is. It's very factual. The worst stress universe. Everyone is toxic love, broken, coded relationships, every which way. That's the worst fucking. That's the worst fucking stress. And I preach about doors. I'm gonna just that on me. The door's right there. What? All you queens, the bitch about your fuckboy partner, and he loves God. Queen, the door's right there. What? The door is right there. You're waiting for God to come send you a sign? Yo, I just told you the answer. There's a sign. You can leave whenever you want to. He's your slave master. He says fuck your feelings, and you're the slave. You won't say fuck his feelings. You want to match energy. You pray by manifest. It's not gonna work in your favor, respectfully, you know. Do you live every day as it's your last? Yeah, sure, I guess, you know. You can say that, but I've just, my situation, if you ever see me physically as a being, I'm always praying. I pray to all this, God, Jesus, Allah, Buddha, Muhammad, the universe, the spiritual universe, my ancestors, that I get one more day to live. This give me my last meal. I close my eyes tonight. It's my last sleep. I might not wake up potentially wise. I don't stress about it. I don't worry about it. Fuck, I'm gonna die. Now you're paranoid as fuck. You know? No. I wake up, guess what? I got one more day to live. What am I choosing? What am I doing? I got my cell phone tattoo. Typically 99.9% of the time it's queens, new followers. What are we talking about? The same broken record for 5 years of my life. I'll be doing to my last damn breath. They had a fuck website. He's a zombie ass in addiction. God can change him. Like, well, queen, if God can change him, quote unquote, as we're taught, quote unquote, look at your toxic ass family. Look at your mother, auntie, grandmother, still together with your father, uncle, grandfather, and they're still fuck boys, and they love God, and they're fucking alcoholics, cokeheads and bullshit, but they love God. So how's that working out for them? And your future's in front of your face. Go become your mother, auntie, grandmother. I just told you your future, black and white shit to the point. And they'd be like, yes, you didn't think about that because no one taught you this shit. No one taught me this shit until I was 39. My real support team taught me 5 years ago the same shit. What? Look at all your toxic family on your side and your extra side. That's all your future. What? That's what the term's called the generational cycle. You becoming all your toxic family. Only you can break that. I can't do that for you. God can't do that for you. Only you can when you want to let go. When you want to change your ways, you know? That's why when people say God can do it, that's not factual. And when you tell me that he's not powerful, that's when I tatted on my neck right here. Actually, this Friday. So I'm going to get tatted, all capital letters, A journey, all you blue pillars. This is Japanese too, especially you boys. Red pillars to be your queens, a healing journey. So which journey are you on? And when I tell you how that's what it's going to do for you and it triggers you, I'm going to show you my tattoos. Read it. Remember, the first letter will be capitalized, for example. Actually, I'll read it right now. I still have to figure out the terminology-wise. Let me see. I just barely typed this up today. I got to figure out by Friday what terminology I'm going to use. Damn. Bear with me, guys. I'm trying to find my notes. So once again, this is not like official yet. It's idea concept. So I'll find out Friday morning. Friday morning I gotta figure out what I'm gonna put on me, because then Friday around 4 p.m. Pacific time I'm getting it done. So for example, when I say God can't do it, etc., Allah, Buddha, whatever you believe in, now I'm gonna show you my tattoos. What? So this side, the first letter will be capitalized. This side, all it will be capitalized. When you say that God's not powerful, let me elaborate. So for example, it's not factual yet. I haven't done like to the fullest, but anyways, concept. God wants you to change. God wants you to leave this side. On this side, all capital letters, but will you leave? Jesus wants you to change, but will you change? Allah wants you to stop being sad, but will you stop being sad? Buddha wants you to heal, but would you heal? Muhammad wants you to stop being depressed, but will you stop being depressed? The universe wants you to let go, but will you let go? The spiritual universe wants you to stop having suicidal thoughts, but will you stop having suicidal thoughts? Your ancestors want you to stop being a zombie, a addict stuck in addiction, but will you, on this side, all capital letters, but will you stop being a zombie, a addict stuck in addiction? shots fired, and then back of my neck, it's gonna say, you know, if I can fit it all right there, right, an idea that I can, it's gonna be in the back of my neck. So when you stand behind me, right, it's gonna say, every day above ground, you have free one choice. What are you choosing? What are you doing? To be empathetic, the nice guy natural, to be narcissistic, the bad boy, bad girl, fuck roll. All my tabs ready. A premeditated choice. Where you are not changing, you're choosing. I'm back of my neck. There it is. There's the sequence. What? I just told you. You would say God can't do it? Narrate my neck. And then my back. And then behind my neck. There's the sequence. All three orders. That's the three keys to life. We've been saved since day fucking one. If you want to be based onto a full spirituality talk, we were all saved, but we got destroyed with what? Everyone's stuck in the generational cycle. Look at all your toxic ass family. They don't know this conversation. And they love God, Allah, Buddha, but to be the member of fuck boys, body hopping the whole face, and they love God, Allah, Buddha, really? And and especially when you're physically whooping your fucking girlfriend and kids' ass. All this bullshit with slavery times, mama tattoos, mammy slaveries, that shit didn't die. It happens every day above ground behind fucking four walls. To be your father to narcissistic, there's your slave master. And you're the little king and your ass kicked. And you're the slave. You can't fight your adult. Here's the kicker. That's not a good person. They can say, will God whoop your ass? Will Buddha whoop your ass? I doubt it very much because they're love. Your father typically is toxic love. Because he's not taught about this conversation. He's not taught to express his feelings. So he bottles the fuck up. Reactive abuse becomes Mike Tyson whoops your fucking ass. And after he whoops your ass, I love you. 2 black eyes in, I love you. Busted fucking lip, broken ribs, I love you. Actually speak down the West, called toxic love. So black and white. Everyone that says that, no, you're toxic love. You're for the streets. You're not for the homes. You're not for love. Everyone that's empathetic, you're for the homes, love. All you boys on my tattoos, all you circles, all you bad boy, bad girl, fuck boy, fuck girls, especially you zombies addicts to addiction, you're for the streets. Toxic love. If I hurt your feelings, I did my job. That's my job. That's my gift. Straight to the point. I don't gotta know you. I know your energy. Everyone's robotic. You too narcissistic. Bad boy, bad girl, fuck boy, fuck girls. You too empathetic. Nice and naturals. Straight to the point. Every which way. So you don't. If you're an empathetic person, square person that loves God, higher source, you're love. You want love. The downfall, you're loving the wrong people. So why are you doing opposite attract? Especially the worst ones. You know, big yes, they didn't tell you, but when you find out that they are a zombie addicted to addiction, what are you choosing? What are you doing? I pray about manifest. Gotta change their ways? Really? Before you met them, they were already zombies. They just lied to you. They sold you a dream. Excuse me, how many tattoos you have? Hey, Bear, that's a good question, King. I don't know. I don't know. They're just a bunch of words. Negatives, positive words. What's up, number one? What's going on?
Brother, how's your day going, bro?
Chilling yourself?
What you say, bro?
Good, yourself?
Yeah, it's been good. What you do today?
I just got back from Seattle. How about yourself?
Yeah, not from outside. I just chilled. Boy, where's Seattle?
Seattle, Washington State.
Yeah. Oh, shit. Well, what time is it for you over there?
11:07 p.m. How about your time? Where you from, I'm asking?
7:07 a.m.
Where you from, I'm asking? What country?
UK.
The UK? Nice. How's it like out there? How's the peoples?
It's good. It's good.
Awesome. But I tell you, Bear, I don't know.
Right now.
I'm sorry?
I'm just cooling right now.
That's cool. Hell yeah. That's cool. Chill. But I tell you, Bear, I don't know. My idea to have my kids count my tattoos, all of them, because words on my chest, on my back, you know, I don't know how many I have on there. Majority are like either words or they're like little messages to the universe. Black and white, straight to the point to get your attention. That's all it is. And the cool thing, and I say respectfully why I'm going to say this, I'm not better than nobody first and foremost, but like tattoos, all my tattoos are attention getter because respectfully that I observed so far, nobody has my tattoos. People have like scriptures, the Quran, the Bible, but parts. 99% of my tattoos are just words or a phrase. It's a note to the universe. Nobody else can comprehend anything I'm saying at all. But my job is to trigger you. The queens love it. The boys hate it. I did my job. Now what are you going to do with these feelings when I trigger you face to face or behind the screen? You know, let's say you hear my podcast and shit. I'm a broken record, you know? And I just pay it forward so you know, to get your attention. Like, if you're waiting for someone to magically come in your life and you're paying for higher source to saying this being, quote unquote, to, you know, show you love, quote unquote, are you ready for love? And don't fucking lie to yourself. A lot of people lie to themselves and, you know, I can do this. Bet, say that. And let's say scenario you're too traumatized But in your head, you remember our minds are strong like a team, or it's we be like a piece of paper. But in your head, you know what? I offer love. So you can say that, but let's say the party is that you love wise. Do people judge you for your tats? Oh, I'm an everyday bug ground. That's that. Nothing wrong. Once again, nothing wrong getting judged. Like judging people, like only God can judge me. Respectfully, everybody judges everybody. How do you have racist? How do you have racial profiling? Statistical bullshit. Everybody judges. Nothing wrong with judging people. That's called communication. A. What's the second part? B. Look at me, study me. Now, if you don't make a comment or ask a question, you want to spark a conversation, you will never know. But once again, you don't have to speak to nobody. If you comprehend energy, you don't speak to nobody. That's what I do. I judge everybody. All I see is three codes: squares, empathetic people, typically you queens, because you are love. Circles, all these babophobic fuck girls, and the worst ones, all these zombies added to addiction. That's why, once again, I was telling my nephew, watch it out. If I was to walk in Seattle, and people look at me, hear me say what I'm saying, they'll think I'm crazy. Because I'll be saying square, love. I will not verbalize the word love. I'll say, oh, that's a square, that's a circle, that's a zombie. And he'd be like, but how do you know? It's energy. What do you mean? Fuck, this is a vessel, it's an avatar. It don't mean shit at all. Okay, you're physically fit, gym rat. Cool, are you mentally fit? Just break it down to the fullest. And that's how he's like, what's empathist? I go, you keep asking me, it's my forehead tattoo. My word, empathist, narcissist, empath, every which way. Are you good or bad as it being? Preach. Thank you. I just tell stories once again to pay it forward, especially for you queens. I'm not saying all men, all women, that's a big word to use. Ice is outside. I don't know about ice. You worry about ice. And here's the best part. You can say ice and you love God. Don't mention God or higher source ever at all. Bullies, I love to bully bullies. Because all you bullies, right? Because I don't worry about ice. I'm from America. I'm from the States. My parents are from Mexico. They did all the legal paperwork. So I'm Chicano, Mexican American. My great grandkids don't worry about ice. I'm from the States. So once again, keyboard warrior. All you bullies, cyberbullies, keyboard trolls, you must should have swallowed you. The universe will be better without you. Shots fired every which way. All you blue pillars, man, I love y'all. You can't teach me shit about life. Here's the best part, not even ice. Not even ice can teach shit about life. You work for ice, awesome. Now teach me about life. You have a badass job, cool government job. Teach me about life. The government can't teach me the shit at all because they don't know the shit at all. They're blue pillars every which way. Everyone that's caught up in a mammy bullshit. I used to be like you, blue pillars. I used to debate about mammy bullshit. Black versus white, yellow versus purple, Buddhist versus Christian. I don't give a shit about that. What does any mammy bullshit have to do with your personal feelings? Especially you quote unquote love. The queens, yeah, they're for the most part empathetic wise. They've been doing this. The boys, they don't know this conversation. Because we're not taught this shit, the healing journey. I'm telling the kings that I talk to once in a while, yo, king, shit out. Is your father, your brother, your uncle, your grandfather that's still alive, right? Is he talking to you about anything I'm telling you? Because they don't know. So you're becoming all your toxic family, the generational cycle, every which way. Only you can break it, if you want to break it. If not, you have a lot of him to do. How are you? Are you okay? I'm blessed. How are you, MWF? How's life? How's night? How's everything going? And I say shit respectfully every which way. Every which way. I just tell stories to pay it forward. Nobody else can comprehend that all that is your free one choice. My granddad was born in 1890. I never met him. Oh, what's up? Hello, Alman again. Well, that's our ancestors, like to say, quote unquote. But whatchamacallit, what I say when it comes to ancestors, like, and I say respectfully, like, I didn't meet them. I go based off my situation, like physical beings that I met. Like my grandmother, my great grandmother, I met a couple of times, and it'd be cool to have good conversation with them. But we all have lives, we live in different parts of the world, type of situation. Bro, it has been over 9 months since the last time I seen you. Oh, really? Well, I'm still here. MWF, okay. I'm happy to hear that. But whatchamacallit, yeah, I've been doing this for 5 years. This is my 6th season. It's a live podcast. Respect when I say this. My planning that I control, nobody does what I do. People do live sessions, maybe 1 or 3 platforms, but not, all these. I got sober, bro. I quit drinking. Hey, congratulations, Patrick. I'm happy for you. That's beautiful. And I say respectfully wise, the intent with sobriety wise, right? Like, to stay strong with it best as possible. And then from there wise, like, and I say respectfully, it's a scenario to warning of that. So, like, scenario, because you will all be tested by higher source in the universe. That if something happens tragic in your life, someone passes away that's close to you, you get in a relationship, it becomes toxic, they cheat, you cheat, whatever. The idea, quote unquote, you don't get the trigger. Like my brother, rest in peace. He would tell me, like, he'd be like, I'm gonna say a word to you, and I see how you respond. I'm like, okay, go for it. I started to go, hey, that's awesome. King House beautiful. I'm happy for you. You know, he'd be like, cocaine. I'm like, okay, what do you think about? It's a drug. Now tell me that I'll be cocaine. You know, because he'll just test me. My mouth waters. You know why you don't care about that? Why? Because you never did it. I go, yeah, respectfully, I won't. I don't do drugs. You know, I've done marijuana here and there. Alcohol. I don't really drink. Now I'll drink alcohol this Friday. Because if people ask me, your tattoo suit hurt? I'll be, yo, I cheat. What do you mean you cheat? I drink Fireball. This vessel's pathetically weak. But the equivalent of my tattoo, they're just words. So when my boy's doing them, as he does each letter, it's over. There's no like, you know, it's not shading, filling this shit. This shit here, right here, shading. I told my boy, that's why these ones are outlined. Like, nope, no more shading for me. Fuck all that. If I do one on my back, I'll do potentially Buddha. Because why? Buddha's a beast. 2,500 years ago, right? Before Jesus, before a lot of these spiritual leaders, quote unquote. And once again, Buddhism is not a religion, it's just a way of life. You know? He preached about mind and body for 45 years of his life, to his last dying breath, literally. You know, which I didn't know that till 4 months ago, because Spotify, one of his followers, born as a Buddhist. I mean, you think about born and raised as a Buddhist on the overall. And from there was, you know, Saucy Tim, you know, damn, 2,500 years ago, Buddha was teaching about mind and body. And keep it simple. I love the way he speaks, man. I'm like, fuck, he's a beast. You know, but once again, I don't really, as a being, I don't meditate. I do knock on that. That's your free one choice to do that. And from there, I do mind and body and what? To put fear in a positive manner is the person by your side. What? You can be the most atheist, religious, spiritual, good person in the universe. And magically, somehow, these circles, these bad 4x4 clothes, the worst one, these zombies, as addiction, sold you a dream. And now you're stuck in a trombone. And you pray by manifest that higher source can't change nobody at all. At all. Everyone has the exact same two gifts every day above ground. Typically, Queen's empathetic wise, right? You wake up tomorrow morning and you still love your partner. And he's a fuckboy, a zombie addiction addiction. Because he chooses to be a zombie addiction addiction and be a fuckboy every day above ground. You used to love because you are love. He's toxic love. And that's both of you for, you know, free one choice. I remind both of you, y'all bitching about each other. The door's right there. What? The door is right there. If you want me to open it, and if you want a little fib, a little light, guess what, guys? God came in my life, in my dreams, and you know, told me to come to you guys to tell you should break up, leave each other. God told you that, and I'm telling you a bullshit lie. Like, no, but if you're a spiritual person, religious person, I know that'll get you wet, and you might believe me, because what, God, yes. Here's the best part. How am I talking to you? Why am I reaching out? I don't know you, because you more likely will believe me. He really, yes, he came in my dreams and told me to come to her to knock on your door for both of you. To leave. You ready to leave each other? Officially? Break this trauma bond? Because I can't do it. God can't do it. But I'm here to tell you a message and that's it. Now, what do you both choosing doing? Through the thick and thin? Or squash it, you know? Jesus Christ is king, brother. Oh, yeah, no, for sure. Once again. Higher source, once again. I just, you know, born as a Catholic, right? I'm also spiritual, so I pray every day above ground. I pray to who? Because I don't know the answer. I use the word IDFA to God, Jesus, Allah, Buddha, Muhammad. The universe, the spiritual universe, your ancestors. I pray to all of them. When I kick the bucket, and it's my last breath, I'll know the answer then. Guess what? There is only God. There is only Jesus. I don't know. But I know they're spiritual people. I know they're positive. I know this. They're all love. All those categories, they're all love. Because remember, everybody has their own beliefs. You can be, I'm a good person. I know you're a good person. It's energy. Energy is phenomenal. It's beautiful as fuck. You are love. What? If I go in the dictionary, the definition of love, queen is empathetic. I know you're love. The downfall, you don't know how to love yourself. You're waiting for someone, because like I was, you're codependent people. Like, you don't need people, you want people. But once again, that is your free one choice. If you want to sit there, your free one choice. You don't want to say respectfully. But anyways, yeah. Let me play some clips. And I apologize if I speak fast. I'm trying to speak a lot slower. When I get like these triggers, quote unquote, especially the cyber bullies, like they're the fuck these quote hackers. Like, I'm a geek techie, but I'm the mechanic. I fix computers. Your shit's slow, I'll do the upgrades. Your problem is if your computer has a hard drive, there's your problem. It's a Honda cassette player. Put SSD. Honda Bugatti. Doing computers for like 13 years of my life. I hear all the time, oh, you know, but new customers, you're so good. I go, I'm not good. I just know how to use the equipment. If I want to be IT guy and sell you a dream, I will always leave the hard drive in there. This old thing, this old school dinosaur. This is good for more like storage nowadays. And I want to put this in there because that gives me a longevity. That gives me job security. Because I know 1,000 every 3 to 4 months, and come, hey, it's slowing down again. Especially in the business, I'll go there, readjust it. And every time I go to a scenario, I charge you $100 every single time. Every 3 months, $100. So do the math. You know, I'm getting paid what, 3, 12, 18. I mean, $800 a year, just to do a fine tune. When I just pull that out and put this, I won't see you for a very, very long, like years. I see my customers locally, like, what's up, bitch? How you been? What's up? Hey, how's the computer doing? Haven't called you. None of them call me because guess what? Because I don't sell dreams. The problem is this: put SD, the problem solved. Bugatti, Honda, you know what I mean? Bugatti, Lamborghini off the rip. It's a flash drive, but a digital doors, very fast. You can have a slow computer specs. This makes it back to life. It's crazy. And everyone, all my customers, my computer is never like that because that your other IT people sold you a dream. That's why we you either take it to a shop and charge you hundreds, or what do? Why do you have a stack of laptops and PCs right there? Because you already know if I go there and I charge me $200-300, I just buy another tower. Yeah. And what I do barter. What do you do with those towers? Nothing. How about this? I'll fix your computer. I make it faster, and then from there wise, I'll take your computers. What do you mean? Barter trade. What are you gonna do with them? I'll refurbish them and sell them. You know, I'll do all the upgrades. Any computer which I haven't done in a very long time, but any computer I touch to sell or refurbish, if it's a laptop, and I say respectfully, especially when people like, you know, try to lowball me locally wise, and I put pictures. People sell, you know, laptops locally on Marketplace for whatever price it is, right? And I put my pictures before, after, in pieces, literally in pieces. I changed the thermal paste pads, better than brand new. Better than brand new. Everything modified, the hinges, all this shit. That thing's a beast. And I put it back together, and then try to lowball me. Let's say I ask for $100. They'll be like, I'll give you 80. I'll take 80, but I'm just to let you know, I'm gonna take the SSD out and put a hard drive. The way it is right now, that thing's a beast. But if you want to lowball me, then guess what? I'll whatever price you want. I'll start removing things. I'll start removing software, everything. I'll make a basic ass model. But why? Because you're trying to lowball. Here's the best part: show me anybody and locally wise on Facebook Marketplace that does what I do. You can't show me that at all. Because they don't do that. They're software technicians. They just put Windows on it and let it roll. That's it. They don't do what I do. This new page? No, it's the same one, I believe. But anyways, yeah, I don't sell dreams. That's why I'm not knocking on a lot of people out there. But like a lot of these therapists, counselors, psychiatrists, life coaches, and art creators, sometimes they sell dreams and they don't tell you the full story. They want to, once again, to be a gimmick. If I have 4 clients a year, I'm gonna go to 4-trip scenario. And remember, there's a lot of this person that's certified tells you you're doing good, even though they know you're not doing good, but they're selling you dreams. I keep it 100. I'll sell you a dream. I want to tell you, I can tell you you're doing good, but you're not doing good yet. What do you mean? It's the healing journey. It's day by day baby steps. The healing journey is at your own pace. It's not a reason to marathon. I make it sound easy. Anyone that's a real support team that elaborates, telling you stories about robbery of life, robbery of feelings, we make it sound easy as fuck because we was you. You're my inner child. They're the old version of myself. I know your eyes. I know the fear. I know your tears. What? I was you. You're the old version of myself. All that what you're going through, capital E, I won't ever go through that. I don't need a partner. I want a partner. I have 1,000 girlfriends. Or even potential, not even a girlfriend, and they all ghost me, cheat on me. I trip, I don't fall, I die from my situation, I go my day, go my life. I don't need a partner. I'm not codependent. I want a partner if they want side. In my situation, they fucking went off the rip, the potential to be or partner. Babe, just to let you know, to remind you, and I remind you throughout the relationship, the door's right there. What? The door's right there for both of us. Just to let you know, if I'm too much for you, you're not gonna hurt my feelings, yeah? Yeah, no, every day is a learning process. For sure, once again, like, in your healing journey wise, and I say respectfully, like, I believe they'll say this to put fear in you. And if it's factual, I'm the one to put more fear on top of that. That's all my touches for a reason. They'll be like, the healing journey doesn't ever end. The healing journey is a lifelong journey, a lifelong process. As one being, if you want to comprehend that and believe that, that means for the rest of your life, to your last dying breath, you won't ever let go of your exes, your past pain, toxic trauma, child trauma. You will always have anxiety, depression, paranoia, PTSD, suicidal thoughts, low self-esteem, anger issues. You will always have triggers, overthinking, reactive use, deflection, projection, gaslighting, manipulation, traumas, and the cherry on fucking top, you will always have insomnia to your last dying breath. You won't ever get a night of good sleep. You'll always stare at your eyelids or the fucking ceiling and be on the cell phone until fucking 4 or 5 in the morning, and you have to be work at 8, and you close your eyes, the alarm goes off. and you don't sleep 2 hours for the rest of your fucking life. I stopped doing all that bullshit, me as one being at 39. When I sleep, I actually got back from Seattle. I've been gone since like, I don't know, like 7:30 this morning. I just got back home at 10 p.m. My whole day's gone, you know? I don't have to be here. But I do this for you guys. This is not for myself. It's a live podcast. The cool thing is, I'm finally working my Spotify and my YouTube. I can rehear this. I love hearing myself, especially over myself. For people that jump in this podcast and we have this conversation, I tell you on YouTube, people DM me today like, yo, like, I see you on YouTube. I hear people speaking, but who's, I don't see nobody. I go, well, if you read the description, it says it's a live podcast. There it is. You won't see people. You won't see me. If you're on that app, a Bigo, or TikTok, people on those that are watching that, they'll see it. But once again, when it goes to my YouTube, it's only me. And when I play clips, once again, you don't see my cell phone, but your clips going type of situation, every which way. Every which way. When I wake up, I'm like, shit. That's why, once again, my situation, when I sleep, I die. I love it. That's why I love that pillow talk, every which way. Because I finally got my life back. In this lifetime, 39, I pray to God in the next lifetime, I'll be younger. But once again, I'm going to play some clips, right? I don't know. Respectfully, as it being, I will not sit here and think, preach about things I don't know about respectfully. Like afterlife, I use the word idea and faith. The clip I'm about to play, it's very intriguing. It's very, very intriguing. But I tell people, I play this clip to trigger you. Because if you see it here, remember, you don't see what I'm seeing. You hear someone speaking. So now you use your imagination station. But it's intriguing. I love it. It's very, very intriguing. But once again, we going to heaven. That's the idea. But once again, I say respectfully. If you're religious, even if you're atheist, everyone's here to turn heaven and hell. Everybody, we all hear the term heaven and hell. All you religious people, like we when I say this, right? Because I'm born as a Catholic. We're taught that to be fear in a positive manner. You say like, be intent, quote unquote, and not don't do it for guilt. Like, well, if I do wrong, I'm gonna go to hell. So I would love to do wrong, but if I do wrong, once again, I'm gonna go to hell. So that's why I gotta do good, quote unquote, right? Yeah, but here's the kicker: you're restraining yourself from doing wrong. Your narcissist traits that everybody has. In your head, mentally wise, you're whooping ass, dropping people, murking people. You would physically love to do that, but you know what? If I do that, that's a devil's sin, quote unquote. I'm going to go to hell. Cool, do it in your head, but according to the Bible, like when you have these negative thoughts, that's already a sin. You haven't done it physically, and the intent does not get physically like that. That's why it's called reactive use, triggers. Left tattoo behind the ear, you can't see it. It's Cain and Abel from the Bible, all Genesis. Adam and Eve, first two people, quote unquote. Cain and Abel, first two kids, and then Noah's Ark. In sequence wise, it's all Genesis, the very beginning of the Bible, So what I say, which I'm telling back, we can all become Cain. You don't have to be religious, it's just a story, right? And take your brother Abel out, emotionally, mentally, spiritually. Bro, you're not cool. Hey Munoz, you're not cool. Why do I care? In your brain, we all repent. Yeah, you're awesome. You're awesome also. What you gonna call it? So as I say, I'm not talking about. We can all become Cain and take our brother Abel out emotionally, mentally, spiritually, physically, because we got triggered by words, feelings, conversation, truth. Make that make sense. It's a premeditated choice. Wow, you just hurt me, Munoz. I match energy. You don't know this, you're just a random person in the live session. My motto to everybody, if you play dumb, I'll play dumber. If you play stupid, I'll play stupider. If you can't the words, please don't open your mouth. I will traumatize you. Face to face behind the screen. Here's the worst part. Behind the screen, if I trigger you, I did my job. And if you allow me to live in your head rent free, I did my job. Here's the best part. I'm a nobody. If nobody's going to hurt you behind the screen, you have a lot of healing to do. A lot of healing to do, respectfully wise. You sure about somebody's. Who are somebody's physical beings that the bullies of your parents, your exes, the boss, where the fuck? There's some physical beings, I'm a nobody. I'm a cyber person. But if you allow me to trigger you, hurt you, I did my job. And every day, Buggun, you wake up and you waste all your energy on me, fuck the guy with the tattoos. Say that. Do that. Every day, Buggun, as one being, I wake up, I pray for the universe, I go my day, go my life. I have compassion for the universe. I don't feel sorry for the universe. Why am I doing what I'm doing? Why am I saying what I'm saying? And once again, we're cyber people. We don't exist. Physically beings, quote unquote, yes, but we're cyber people. And in the scenario, they shut off this Wi-Fi to the public. Then what? The ones that take it the hardest all these, social media people that are viral, because now guess what? Guess what, guys? The day they announce, I love saying this shit. The day they announce the internet's only for the government, schools, and that's it, and businesses. No more fucking platforms. No Twitch. No IG. No platforms at all. Now you go back to fucking 1994, before internet, all that good shit. And then every physical being, you gotta talk to respected queens, all you OnlyFans and bullshit. Now you go to college to be a model. Go through all that bullshit, right? And now you gotta talk to people. Can you talk to people? You know, they are BS. And say shit respectfully. But once again, I don't know if I'll get to that point. Don't worry about that shit. Every day above ground, this is your life. As long as you're not hurting people, be selfish in a positive manner. Do what makes you happy as a being. Be selfish in a positive manner. Because if you don't got you, then who got you? Higher source, whatever you believe in, emotionally and spiritually, they're always by your side till your last day in bed. They didn't give up on you. We gave up on them. How come we get in bad situations and all of a sudden, you could be an atheist, but you're about to get locked up, you can't pay the rent, God, whatever. You speak to the universe, right? Whatever's out there. Help me. And magically, they come in clutch. And then whenever we get out of that sticky situation, and then we forget about them. No, they, once again, higher source, whatever you believe in, always by your side 24/7, 365. We're the one to push away. Now, physical beings, anyone can leave whenever they want to. That is their free will. They can push away, they can block you. Can you handle rejection? Right. Always be positive when you can. Very factual as one being, but once again, especially the people that are more pathetic, especially queens, like, just because you are for love and you're a beautiful individual, just to forewarn you, not everyone's gonna match your energy. So as one being, can you control and protect your energy best as possible? If not, then people will take your energy and then you feel depleted. And from there, wise, everyone's suffering. That's why when you make this with your heart, feelings, empathy, sympathy, you will always fall on your face. You will self-sabotage. You will sell yourself a dream. Especially you queens. Why the fuck do you give us fuckboys so many fucking chances? And we're fucking up every which way, and we love God. Actions speak on the words. We can love God? No, I love saying this. We love the devil. The devil gives man bullshit. He offers lust, and we take the lust. He offer you lust? No, because why do you think empathetic queens? You don't see nobody but your partner, because you control your lust. You have self-will. On my tattoos, other boys are narcissistic. Our eyes are bigger than our mouth. We have no self-will. All these boys that we cheat because biology, because 6 figures plus, because about King David and Solomon. Fucking excuses. S06 stuck and stupid. 1 + 1 = 3. My answer. That's called excuses. They can't control their lust. That's why as beings, it's so fucking easy to do before you get in relationships and want to be with somebody, especially on the male side. Test your fucking lust. If you can't test it, and you also know, once again, nothing wrong looking at females, whatever you're into, right, guys, right? But if you're staring at all of them, like you never seen a fucking man or woman in your life, you can't be monogamy, A and B, offer love. Because you'll love her best friend, and her mom, and her cousin, and you love God, Allah, Buddha, right? Negative thief, where do you work at? We humans, we feel. I just told my boyfriend, get right with Jesus. He coming, just saying all this crazy weather. Oh, once again, when it comes to Mother Nature, pray, plan, manifest. Sure, I guess. Like, I just pray for the universe. I go my day of my life. If it's happening to you in your surroundings, your environment, adapt to your best as possible. That's why we want to say this. Like, I'm cool on the west side of the states. Like, Washington State, we cool. Intel, elaborate intel. Respect-wise. So, that's why you can say, get right with Jesus, cool, but just because you go to church, read the Bible, talk about higher source. You can be a spiritual person. It does not make you a better person. You can believe in your head or go to church. Honestly, you went to a building, I read the Bible, you read a book. It's software engineer for Intel. That's what you are as a being? Yeah, I know, it's flooding all around us. Oh, prayers, it gets better soon. That's Mother Nature, we can't stop it. You can maintain best as possible, and that's it. Respect when I say that. Prayers that it doesn't get worse than it is, but if it does, once again, quote unquote, the intent is to adapt to your environment best as possible. And if possible, if your environment is pretty bad and always floods type of situation, for example, throughout the nation, I talk to people wherever they are, Pennsylvania, New York. I'll ask them, how's it like it? How's the people? How's the environment? How's the weather? Well, how's the weather? Is it how humid? Tornadoes? I hear all types of stories. I'm like, cool on the west side. I think I'll stick to the west side. Church is in my home. That's good. That's the intent. Church is with all of us. Higher sources beings. I go, we get little earthquakes here, type of situation. We're dry weather, so we get fires and bullshit. Summertime, wintertime is cold. You know, that's pretty much for the most part. That's the worst it gets on the overall. But everybody else, tornadoes, floods, hurricanes. I'm like, yeah, I pray for y'all. You know, and that's why I say respectfully. Like, if you know that's kind of your environment, that's the how the weather is. In due time, if you can't stack your money and move somewhere else. But that's a part of like codependency. But my family's here. I get it. I get it. I comprehend it. Stay there if you want to, respectfully, and say that. But if something happens to you or your family, but you know how that's how Mother Nature is in that state, you know, that state, that county, that city, respectfully, kind of do it to your own self. If there's a will, there's a way, as they say, you know? So, and I say respect, you don't have to listen, you can stay there. But that's just scenario of tornadoes. Like my buddies, my cyber buddies in Texas, you know? And there was Texas, Florida, you know, hurricanes, and then like, you know, tornadoes. And what do? Do you have a basement? No. So I just go to my, I go to the bathroom, get a book. I write it out. I'm like, that's what you do? What? He's like, I can get in my car and run away, but I don't know. Bro, he thinks he's Jelly Roll. Really? Munoz. Who do you think you are? Once again, I don't know if Jelly was a beast, but, you know, good music. Beast has music. I love his music. But once again, as they being like, yeah, you know, all this music, all this poetry, but as it being, how are you? Once again, a lot of people that are poets and musicians, they're beasts, but here's the kicker. A lot of them, for the most part, don't know how to work at Ice Agent, oh shit. Okay. All these trolls, yo, I got it. Hey, I'm you. What's up, dude? What's up, the Hornets? How's it going? Welcome to the live. But anyways, let me play this clip. I've been talking too much already. And once again, these clips I'm gonna play right now. Like I tell you, you don't have to comprehend nothing you're about to hear. That's your freedom of choice every which way. They came for you, buddy. It's over. Okay. I don't worry about ICE. Here's the best part, and I say respect in America when it comes to the ICE bullshit. All you other immigrants, right? Asian, African, I don't give a shit what part of the world you're from. They're not looking for you. ICE could be knocking on your fucking door. Oh, sorry, sir. We're just looking for brown people. They're just racial profile. Hispanic Latinos, 99.9% of the time. That's why. That's something with ICE. That's something like, yo, stop being narcissistic. If your quote unquote your job, right? Your fucking description is to take illegals, quote unquote. If you want to, that's how I put on fucking K5 News in Seattle at the damn Facebook post. Yo, ICE, I can take you to downtown Seattle, all the south side Seattle. We can knock on every business and every door. Little Haiti, little Korea, little Vietnam, little Japan, Russia, Ukraine. And guess what? They speak no English at fucking all. Ban you fucking car businesses. Let's go knock on the doors to see if they're legit or they're crooked papers. But no, we're not looking for them. We're looking for brown people. That's what I say respectfully. Fuck guys. They're too narcissistic. They erase your profile every which way. Every which way. And as one being, I don't worry about that because I'm from America. My great grandkids know right ever about green card. What's a green card? Respectfully, I don't worry about that shit at all, you know. But that's a man-made bullshit, man-made category, man-made problems I don't worry about. I love to talk about every which way to trigger people. What? I don't worry about that. Respectfully, I walk around this nation no problem, for the most part. I do get the looks, the suburbs, racial profiling bullshit. Some cops are narcissistic. I say respectfully, a lot of white ones are. Because of racial profiling. But I call it the fuck out. Like, yo, sir, officer, do you believe on God? Because I say respectfully, look what you're doing. You're racial profiling, which is cool, but look at my record, all that, and you're still being a little mean with your words. But here's the kicker. To call them the fuck out, don't ever say God. What? Did I stutter? Don't ever say God. Will God do what you're doing? Will Jesus, Allah, Buddha? That very much, so why are you doing what you're doing? That badge, you're not just trade my tattoos, you're probably an eagle right here. You see that? Read that word. That is you. And I pray to God, you're not married, or you especially have no kids. You know how much? Here's the best part about being light-skinned. We're fucking chameleons. He's all fucking light-skinned. All of a sudden turn pink and red. I go, officer, why you bothered? I tell him the same thing. When that's the downfall of being light-skinned, we're chameleons. Now, first you was cool. I match energy. You give me shit, I'll give me shit. You want, give me a ticket. I don't care, but just to let you know, I won't even fight you in court. I'm not gonna narcissist support narcissist, but I'll make a TikTok and I put on my platforms, and I'll make you famous. What? Yeah, that's a good technology. You see a civil tattoo officer right here? I do a live podcast. I'll put it on my platforms and I'll make you famous. And sue for defamation. Yo, you defame yourself for being a prick, being too narcissistic, because God wouldn't do that. Don't go to church. I love saying it. Don't say higher source, man. And sometimes they get triggered. Who the fuck are you? Oh. Face tattoo, 1% woke. We're the referee judges of the universe. That's who I am, officer. I'm checking you. And the best part, officer, these words have no feelings at all. Fucking zero. If I'm not bothered and you're bothered, how and why? You have a better job than I. You have a better category in this mammy world. Make that shit make sense. You believe in God? I believe in God, Jesus, Allah, Buddha, Muhammad, the universe, the spiritual your ancestors. Yes, I believe in a higher source. Do I know? I don't know. I use the word idea and faith. But on the overall, as long as I do good and show as best as possible, I'm blessed as a being. If higher source knows all, I'm blessed. Inshallah, what's inshallah? If you can please elaborate, I don't know what that is. If that's religious, if that's spiritual, please elaborate, because that's a new word for me, you know. And so respect, there's all these categories. Once again, as one being, you can be in anything positive, higher source. God willing, yeah, for sure, you know. But once again, just to remind you, I know it's a trading comment, higher source can't do for you at all. You can pray, that's nothing wrong with praying about manifesting, allowing you to do for yourself to evolve in life. Especially you queens. Your boyfriend, husband's a fuck boy. He loves higher source. Emotionally, spiritually, whooping your ass. Physically whooping your ass. Body hopping like crazy. And you're praying that higher source magically one day, he'll wake him up, right? And he loves you like you love him. Just to let you know, 1,000 is not going to work in your favor. I promise you it won't work in your favor at all. Because if higher source can do for your husband, boyfriend, now ask for your father, for your uncle, and your grandfather to the same shit respectfully, and it's not gonna work in no one's favor. That's why everyone's got free will choice, every day above ground. Nope. That I have noticed so far on all these platforms, all this, these podcasts that I listen to, I'm always studying people. That's the cool thing about technology. I only invite people on the overall in the healing journey. If you keep something positive, you got my attention. You're in the healing journey, you got my attention. Everything else, man-made bullshit, I don't give a shit about man-made bullshit. Race, religion, politics, COVID, man-made bullshit. OnlyFans, man-made bullshit. She's making $1 zillion, but she's still sounding depressed. And she wouldn't get therapy counseling at all. All these cyber chicks, which I talked to the queen at the market today, and she told me that, queen, I'm nothing against your hustle. But here's the kicker. You will still not get, doing the healing journey. All these cyber chicks paying your pockets. Why don't you get like 5-10 therapists, counselors? Here's the best part. I know it costs money. You want to be Gucci and Prada in Hawaii and do buying bullshit. I do free therapy. You don't have to, if you want to, this is my podcast. I'm a broken record, word for fucking word. You don't have to go up in anything I'm telling you. All my tattoos are mapped to life, straight to the point. But I know feelings is personal, so what do? We run. Keep running from yourself. You'll make $1 billion. All the OnlyFans, I tell the queens all the time, what's up, Evie, how you doing? Welcome to live. You know, I call you rich people status. What do you mean? Because rich people, when they're sleeping, they're getting paid. So now when you're sleeping, you're getting paid for your content. But you still sound depressed. Make that make sense. Nothing man-made can't finish save you at all. Financially, you're well off. Cool, you're stable. That financial stress, for the most part, it's gone. But what about all my tattoos? Respect when I say that. It was the number one. How you doing? Going respectfully. And she stayed quiet. She even teared up a little bit. Queen, Miss, I'm not trying to be mean to you, but this is the problem for everybody. You think by having money status, you'll be happy. Everyone that sets goals in life, right? You set your goals, you achieve it. For how long are you happy for? A minute, a day, 3 months. Why the fuck do we go job hopping? Deadass. And think about it really good. And don't lie to yourself. You get this job, boom, you got it. They're paying you better. Fucking good ass manager and bullshit. Good people, right? You brag about your love to everybody, right? And from there, wise, not like 30, 60, 90 days tops, wise, I've been scamming for money. If you're scamming people for money, guess what? You're not a good person. You're good for the streets, toxic love. You're not good for home's love, respectfully. Anybody that chooses to, which is your freedom to do wrong, you're for the streets. You're not good for homes, respectfully. If that triggers you, I did my job. The best part, these words, these conversations, these languages have no feelings at all. So as all the universes and their feelings about things that don't have no feelings at all. Make that make sense. What does that mean? Japanese, right? Sad won't ever feel sad. Breakups do not worry about breakups. The healing journey does not worry about the healing journey. The trigger on top, zombies, addicts to addiction do not worry about becoming zombies, addicts to addiction. Beings do. Every fucking being, whatever you claim to be, Anunnaki, indigo child, whatever term you want to use, whatever your belief is, we do, Do you think the earth is flat? Respect it. Why do I care? Here's the kicker, that conversation. It's just, the earth is flat, but then you have anxiety, depression, paranoia, PTSD, suicidal thoughts, low self-esteem, anger. You can't let go of your exes, past pain, toxic love, trauma, and the cherry top, fuck my parents' child trauma. but you know the earth is flat. How's that working out for you? Respectfully, that's what I'm saying. All you blue pillars, all my tattoos, stay lost in life. All the red pillars, get your life back. Just answer the damn question. Yo, Phoebe, just be a troll. Do what you do best. Run. Now I block. Problem solved. I don't care about blue conversations. Dead the fuck ass. What's your next tattoo, bro? Oh, I'm getting this Friday. All the blue pillars, like, Phoebe was here. It's gonna say, all capital letters, a journey. All the red pillars, a healing journey. And then I'm gonna tattoo on the back of my neck, to trigger everybody, right? To call everybody out. Higher source can't do for nobody at all. So I say back of my neck, every day above ground, we all have free one choice. What are you choosing? What are you doing? To be empathetic, the natural, to be narcissistic, the bad go fuck roll. Excuse me, a premeditated choice. Well, you are not changing, you are choosing all on back of my neck. And then I'm back on my side of my neck, shoulders, to trigger everyone with higher source. First, once again, this side, first capital letter on each letter, each word, right? All this, all capital letters. So scenarios that say, God wants you to change on this side, but will you change? Jesus wants you to stop being sad, but we used to being sad. There it is. What? And on this side, I'm doing a cross tattoo with words. Eventually, when I'm done, hey, what's up, voice of love? Hey, what's up? How you been? How's it going? How's life? How's everything? On this side, vertically wise, first letter's capitalized, the last one be all capitalized. Trigger everybody. It's gonna say vertically wise. It's gonna say trombones equal soul ties equal twin flames equal addiction equal insanity equal all capital letters codependency. So all you boys and girls in these toxic love broken coded relationships and you need your partner and they're fuckboy fuck girls, how's that working out for you? I need them. Do you do drugs? No. Well, analogy metaphor. Your partner that's too toxic, the fuckboy fuck girl, that's the bottle and you're the alcoholic. What? Why do you need them by your side? You bitch about them, right? They're fuckboy fuck girls. They're physically whooping your ass, but you still need them in your life? Welcome to trauma bonds. That's why everyone that breaks up multiple times, you take them back, they take you back. Trauma bonds. They cheat on you 40 times, you take them back. Trauma bond. It's an addiction. It's insanity. Whatever you do over and over again, it's called insanity, quote unquote, right? Shots fired. So all you spiritual people, religious people, if higher sources of love, and you're for love, why the fuck do you have the devil by your side? What? Shots fired. That's why I get this tattoo way up here for a reason. If you want to self-sabotage your life and do opposite track, then go date loser disciples. All these weak narcissistic alphas, machistas, narcissistic energy vampire boys and girls. They are loose disciples, the fuck of the universe. Everything they touch, they destroy. Spiritual queens, they are karma, not knowing. What? If you are love, if you want to self-sabotage your life, then go do opposite track. What does everybody do? Everyone does what? Plays a role into a sob story. Boo-hoo me, like I did. I'm going out and go through a breakup. I'm losing my family. I can't see my kids. My parents destroy me. My ex destroy me. Yeah, everyone does the victim mentality. Tell a sob story. But the situation, for how long are you being that victim mentality for? For everybody out there. And you can't, and nobody can do for nobody. What? Nobody can't do for nobody at all. But the downfall, people that are squares my tattoos, right? Which are flaw. Like my old flaw, which that's not my overage myself. I won't ever do it again. When you're too empathetic, you're too nice, you're too global, you're too, you call what? People pleasers. We think in our heads, especially queens, some queens are empathetic, I was, right? We're fixers, changers, and saviors. And these boys and girls are too narcissistic, especially in the ghetto hoods. They're broken in a rich way. And they told you a sob story about the child trauma, how the parents fucking destroyed them. All this bloodbath bullshit. And you think, you know what? Maybe I'm the one. You're not the one. Nobody is the one. Why do you think destroy and take your energy? And you sit there for way too fucking long. But I'm the one. That's why I do this live podcast. My first baby mom's 12 years too long, 3 daughters deep. But both of us on a journey. She's a circle too narcissistic. I'm a square empathetic. We did opposite track. She knew exactly what she was doing with me. Y'all tell people, give narcissists fucking people narcissistic as fuck. These bad fuck girls, especially zombie ass addiction. Give them the props. They're fucking beasts at what they do. And once you comprehend them, they ain't shit. Trust. They ain't. It's energy. Your eyes is the door to your fucking soul. Every which way. Every which way. That's why when people... I talk to anybody face to face, right? Even by my one-on-ones, I'm all staring at your eyes. Some people like comment, why are you looking at my eyes? Because your eyes is the door to your soul. I am judging you as I'm speaking to you. You get back about you're a billionaire. I'm happy for you, wise, right? When you're a welfare check coming in, I don't ask your mother and father. Let me know. Tell me what they tell you. I love all these boys, man. My tattoo once again for a reason. All you bullies, cyber bullies, keyboard trolls, your mother should have swallowed you. The universe would be better without you. And mention with my shirts and hoodies, who's in trigger? All these bad go fall by fuck rules. All these fucking bullies. What? I just told you the answer. If your mother swallowed you, you would not be here. But you're here for a reason, because you're a fuck up. Comma, for now, what? I just told you you're a fuck up. What? That's all you are. Until you start doing the healing journey and go to positivity ways, maybe you can change your life and get your life back. I just say the same shit. Narcissists can't change. Bullshit. Anybody can change whenever they want to, which is their free one choice, if they choose to want to. Well, you are not changing, you are choosing. Shots fired. But God can do for me. Really? If God can do for you, why are you still suffering? Why are you still a fuckboy? The worst one of all, why are you a zombie addicted to addiction? Till this fucking day. But God can do for you. Jesus, Allah, Buddha, Muhammad. No, that's not factual. Why did I change? Because my real support teams. I fell back 5 years ago. You know what? Let me figure this healing journey out. I heard that in 2000 in Seattle. I heard the term empath and narcissist in Seattle. What did I do 20 years after the fact? Google, YouTube, what's an empath? What's a narcissist? What's the healing journey? And I sat there and listened and observed. I don't have to comprehend shit. And when I started hearing all this positive talk, like what, all this time, before I was a bookworm, I used to go in any fucking library, Barnes and Noble, grab a book, skim it, buy it. Go to the library, I'll take any book. But not once did I go into a library. You know what? Where's the empath side? Where's the narcissist side? Where's the healing journey side? The spiritual talk? What? Not once. Not once at all. The Hobbit, all this fucking badass medieval bullshit. Cool, these little fucking books and bullshit. Nothing wrong with it, but the downfall in the healing journey, you will not evolve. You have these little stories, imaginary station, but you're still sound depressed. You can read the whole fucking library, right? Except the part of the healing journey part. Because now it's personal. Now I gotta feel like I don't want to read a book about triggers and bullshit. Sad and depression. No. Then there it is. You're just on a journey. You're not ready for the healing, because I know the healing journey sucks and it's personal. Now you have to think about your traumas and everyone that fucked you over, and it sucks. That's where the healing journey is very scary. It's very scary and painful. It is initially, it is, but that's why when you go to the awakening journey, less energy in your ex, more energy in the person in the mirror. Now you're evolving every which way. And once you start to figure out what love is, and it starts from not nobody else, I can add to your love, right? But if you're too traumatized, I ain't gonna believe that is my free one choice. No one's gotta stay. Just for one people, no one's gotta stay. That's why rejection. Can you handle rejection? If not, you have a lot of healing to do, and no one has to say yes. Once again, respectfully. But anyways, finally I'm gonna play a clip. An hour and 12 minutes after the fact I've been saying that. I gotta stop doing this. Anyways, I'm gonna play this clip. You don't have to comprehend it. It's, for me, once again, I use the word idea. It's intriguing. I don't know. It's just an idea concept. But once again, things that I don't know, I will not research too much or put too much effort into it. But I'll play a clip to get, maybe for you it intrigues you. Maybe you know the answer. But once again, to call you out, you can say there's afterlife, higher soul reincarnation. But if I know you're sound depressed, I got your profile, fuck my ex, fuck my father. So you say fuck your father, but you just told me there's afterlife. Make that make sense. Respectfully, you know?
What comes after death? Do we go somewhere else? Or does everything just stop? For thousands of years, humans have feared that question and worshipped it. The Bible, the Quran, the Vedas, all speak of heavens, hells, reincarnations, eternal destinations for a temporary life. But what does science say? The body shuts down, the heart stops, the brain goes quiet. Or does it? In 2023, a group of Russian neuroscientists recorded a strange electrical pattern in the human brain seconds after death. A final surge of activity. Some call it the last dream. Others, a portal. Could it be the mind's final hallucination? Or is it something deeper? The soul syncing with the universe. Quantum physics already suggests that consciousness might not be fully local. That what we call the self could be part of a larger field. If that's true, then maybe death is not an end. Maybe it's a return. To where? To what? A new beginning? Or absolute silence? We've built religions, rituals, and machines to make sense of this moment. But maybe we're asking the wrong question. What if the real mystery isn't what comes after death, but what consciousness really is? What do you believe happens after we die? Your answer might change someone else's forever.
Deep shit, very intriguing. I don't comprehend it respectfully. I don't know. I use the word idea and faith as I was taught, in this lifetime, in the next lifetime, reincarnation, afterlife. I don't know. But he's trying to say that I don't focus on that. Why for? Every day bug on got one way to live. What am I choosing? What am I doing? To be empathetic, the nice and natural. To be narcissistic, the bad girl, fuck by fuck girl. A premeditated choice. Where you're not changing, you're choosing. That's for everybody out there. So respect. Why worry about that? And once again, heaven and hell. I'm gonna tell my body every day bug down how both your four walls, your mental home and your physical home. Is it heaven or is it hell? You don't have to die. Literally every day bug down before you go through that door into the matrix, aka the universe. How is your mental home and physical home? Is it heaven or is it hell? Do you hate yourself, dislike yourself? Welcome to your dungeon, your sadness, and your hell on earth. Do you love your home? That's your peace, your temple, your aura. Heaven on earth. Analogy, metaphor. No one has to die to go to heaven and hell. That's why focus more on your home, because I'm going to get that on me. All capital letters, everything starts from home. What? Everything starts from home. That's when you're in toxic relationships. You love your job, you love the universe, I love church, I love my therapist, I love everybody, but I hate going home. Fuck, I gotta deal with him, I gotta deal with her. No one has to. That is your free will and choice. The door is right. You're bitching about them, the door is right there. What? The door is right there. You can leave whenever you want to. That is your free will and choice, but are you ready to? I know it's scary, I know it's gonna hurt, but once again, when you are not changing, you're choosing. What's up, Zach? How you doing, Queen? How's it going? Welcome to live. And I say shit respectfully. So once again, very intriguing. I don't know. Facts. What's up, Rhino? Thank you. I just tell stories to pay for it, and that's it. I just focus more on you as being. I'm a big care bear. I care about you. Like, yo, how you do? I ask everybody in Seattle. My one-on-ones. How you doing? How's it going? How's life? Triggering question. How your parents doing? What? Some people fucking don't. They don't have no parents. That's what you see. Oh, my mom's cool. My dad's not here. He passed away. My dad. Scenario, whatever that is, right? Or I have step parents. I'm adopted type of situation, and they didn't have to tell me that. But since I ask a question, or sometimes they'd be like, can I decline questions? Dude, yeah, that's your free one choice. You're not forced to respond at all or answer anything, Or see, a lot they'd be like, you ask a lot of good questions. How you doing? How's it going? How's life? How your parents? How's your body and health? And cool, and they respond, how we doing upstairs? And I gotta work on that. I'm trying day by day baby steps. I like that. That's my motto. I think in this side day by day baby steps. This healing journey is not a race, a marathon. But I promise you, 1,000 my tattoo. The more people in your real support team, the more you study these feelings. We're blessed with technology. I'm on 9 platform, 9 self with the Light podcast, right? Got Spotify, YouTube, Google, all these platforms. But I promise you, 1,000. If you want to start the healing journey and progress a lot faster. Whatever feeling you're going through. If you're depressed, what's depression? Talk to the AI, etc. There's so much resources, but you don't comprehend nothing at all. That is your free one choice. Excuse me, I'm not a Bible thumper at all. You have to change, you have to tell, no, you don't do shit. The word habit is force and trick. You should want to change. You should want to let go. But as your free one choice, you don't have to do nothing. That is your free one choice. You don't think, like Buddha says, Buddha was a beast. They told all his followers and people in general, check it out. I'm a doctor. Once again, with their mental health, you're going through a situation. So my teaching is the medicine. I'm going to give it to you. I'll even talk about it. I'll elaborate, but not for too long. Just to let you know, there's a lot of people I'm talking to. I'm on the road doing things. Before technology, 2,500 years ago, there was no Wi-Fi, buddy. Internet happened like 94, 93, back in DSL times, right? So you can, choose to do whatever you want. But here's the kicker. I'm letting you know, study and research. Till you know the answer and you're satisfied, that's comprehension. I'm telling you, don't even believe anything I'm telling you. Don't believe nobody at all. That's your free one choice. But when you comprehend whatever you study it, then that's when you know. That's who says that? Who has like a belief, right? And they tell you, hey, I'm telling you this, but you don't comprehend me. Don't even believe what I just told you. What? Study and research for yourself. That's why I tell people, communication, which everyone preaches about communication. What's the second part? Comprehension. Especially when it comes to the toxic relationships. I'm not saying all men, all women, for the most part, majority of you queens are empathetic. You are love. You do what? Communication and comprehension. You control your lust because you have self-will. Anyone that says, I tell these boys, right? Let's just say I use myself as an example. 3.5 years single, right? Let's say it's a potential partner. And I tell day one, babe, just to let you know, I don't care if you look at guys. And all the time, and one's empathetic. This is how you know you have a keeper for the most part on the overall, right? She'd be like, okay, I see guys, but all I see is you. I don't care. Respect I say that. I don't care about them. Yeah, they're men if they're walking around, but all I see is you. I know 1,000. Yo, she's gonna keep it a real 1,000. Give me everything without asking for it. I know that she's potentially too empathetic, but it's okay. I worked on myself. I'm not here to sell her a dream, right? So all these boys are gonna assist. They fucking sell dreams. They can act nice, not be nice. What? Yeah, they sell your dreams. That's why you queens, when you be like, my one-on-one, see out at the farmer market. Well, my husband doesn't listen to me. Queen, miss, I was him. What's up, Muhammad? How you doing? Shout out. He's listening, observing, watching, studying you. He does not comprehend you. What? As one being, whatever you know, what are you doing? Communication, comprehension, because that's what you know about, whatever you're speaking about. So why do you think talk relations? We bicker about the exact same subject, word for fucking word. Because queens, you're doing communication comprehension. He's doing communication, no comprehension. You're talking to a wall, literally. I used to be like him. Hello, Mohammed. Cool art on face. Wow. Oh, thank you. It's a map to life. All my tattoos. It's a story for everybody out there. The queens love it. The boys hate it. I'm not here for the boys. Only men, the healing journey. Respect when I say that. That's why I did this fight. 3 years ago. Yeah, 3 years ago roughly. I decided to crucify myself. Become a thorn from Jesus. I crucified myself with my tattoos. To get your attention. That's all it's attention to. Single, please. Yeah, 3.5 years single. 3.5 years ago after my last breakup, I got a girlfriend the next day. You believe in reincarnation? I use the word idea and faith because if I don't know, I will not say I know. If I know, yes, I know. I use the word idea, faith. There's reincarnation. There's afterlife. In the next lifetime, I don't know. And I tell people, if you don't know, why stress about it? Because once again, you should focus more on your personal feelings. If you have anxiety, depression, paranoia, PTSD, suicidal thoughts, low self-esteem, anger issues, work on that. You have that. I'm 43 and single. Awesome. I'm 18 at heart, 44 on the outside, right? Do you essay? Elaborate. Essay like Chicano talk, Mexican talk? Go on a date with me. Please, so wonderful. Go on a date, on a virtual date? Okay. Respect when I say that. Or I say like, nah, I don't gangbang. We're raised with the gang mafioso shit. All my family's in it, but no, I don't got 10 kilos. Present tattoos, but my tattoos are mapped to life. I'm a red pillar, educator. Blue pillars, they're entertainers. They're for the streets. I'm for the home's love, respectfully. Nothing against them, but that's their choice, free will, every which way. Great, yes, blow kiss to be. Creation in reincarnation. I just answer. I don't know. I use the word idea of faith. Why worry about reincarnation? If you don't know, in this scenario, you believe that there is reincarnation, and it's your last breath, and everything goes black, and there is no reincarnation. You don't even have a thought. Then what? You wasted all your life to believe in something that you don't know. But when you was alive, you had anxiety, depression. You couldn't let go of your fuck my ex, fuck my father. But I know reincarnation. Make that make sense. Respectfully, no. I use the word idea of faith. I don't know. I don't worry about that. Why should I? Heaven and hell. No one's got to die to go to heaven and hell. Every day above ground, hell's your mental home. How's your physical home? If you hate your parents, we'll go to hell on earth. You hate your partner, you hate yourself, hell on earth. You're not dead, you're living this shit. Every which way. If you love yourself, heaven on earth. If you love your partner, heaven on earth. So it's something afterlife. I just told you, I don't know. Respectfully, you ask me the same questions. I don't know. I use the word idea and faith. There's reincarnation, there's afterlife, in the next lifetime. But I don't know at all. Respect when I say that. Oh, well, let me close the live on this side because someone got their feelings every which way. As I say, TikTok's the best platform. At the same time, too many butterfly unicorns. They're the fuck ass. That's especially what I talk about. I'm a red pillar. I'm educated. Blue pillars, you hate me. They're the fuck ass. Because it's personal. Every which way. Like, all you boys and girls that are just blue pillars, entertainers on a journey, keep scrolling. Yeah, why are you here for? Respectfully, why are you here for? I respect your boundaries, but if you don't want to talk about your feelings, which is your free will choice, I respect that. But I'll call you out. I'll give you a scenario. The day that you want love, quote unquote, and you want a partner, and your partner just asks you the same question I just asked you, what will you do to the person you love? push them away, shut down. You're not ready to talk about it, but you want love. Really? You're toxic love. You're broken. Every which way. Here's the best part. You get a partner there in the healing journey, and what do you do when they tell you you're broken? What? I don't date broken people. Will you get offended by the word broken? Yes, I'm so broken, Emily Cox. Initially, we are. We're all broken. Everyone's traumatized. But here's the kicker: like, if you want to evolve in life, you don't have to, which is your free one choice. Start your healing journey. All my tattoos: the healing journey, victim mentality; the awakening journey, warrior mentality; awakening journey, survivor mentality; woke. I just tell stories. I'm not a victim. I'm not a warrior. I'm a survivor. That's how I version myself. I'm woke now. I just tell stories. Toxic. What are breakups? What are divorces? What's anxiety? What? I comprehend. That's the whole version of myself. I won't ever have those feelings again. I could have 1,000 girlfriends. They can all ghost day fucking one. Or day 1,000. As one being the grieving journey. I say respect. You can shed your tears, right? But if you say you're in the healing journey, more in the waking woke journey, shed your tears for a couple weeks, cool. I'll be nice a month. But months? Years? You have a lot of healing to do. Zillions of people in all the universe, all these realms. Why are you stressing about one? Make that make sense. Yes, they did you wrong. Yes, they sold you a dream. But here's the kicker. Like a TikTok, right? It's a triggering comment, right? Every which way. I love these whatchamacallit, randoms. Notification gone. Anyways, it's just work on yourself as a being, but nobody has to. That's your free will choice as a being. That's why these conversations, people get triggered, especially in TikTok. Red pill conversations, people get triggered type of situation. Blue conversation, entertainers, y'all get paid. If I want to be viral 5 years ago, black versus white, yellow versus purple, Republican versus the Democrats, Buddha versus Christians, all this corny ass conversations, and all the religious people, spiritual people, good people, atheist people, at each other's throats in the box, in the comments, and all of them love God, Jesus, Allah, Buddha, Muhammad, the universe, the spiritualists, their ancestors, but in the comments, in the box, at each other's throats. Why do you think those people are viral? But they're all blue pillars. They do it for the clout, for the dollar, and they at each other's throats. And they have families and they have kids. Really? And they're all bullying each other. But I love God. I was just like, all you blue pillars, entertain my tattoos. I have a little angel. For higher source, whatever your higher source is. A little devil for Satan, the devil Lucifer. So God, higher source, right? And the devil, once again, the universe, we eat our popcorn, sit on the couch, watch out the TV, because all your blue pillars, all your red pillars, all capital letters, you're free entertainment. What? I don't gotta turn the TV on at all. Where I live at Eastern Washington, I walk the streets, look at that toxic relationships. I used to be in those shits. Healthy relationships, that's beautiful. My last relationship, go to Seattle, same shit. I don't gotta turn the TV on at all, You look like you're on Jeff's list of guys who went to that island. Really be, and you're a keyboard warrior. Awesome, that's the best. And all you trolls, before I block you, once again, all you bullies, cyberbully, keyboard trolls, your mother should have swallowed you. The universe would be better without you. Shots fired. I love to bully bullies, man. Y'all ain't shit. And the best part, these words, these conversations, these languages have no feelings at all. So how's all the universe and the feelings about things that don't have no feelings at all? Make that make sense. And with that statement right there, my little saying, that'd be tied on my body every which way pretty soon. But once again, that afterlife, I don't know. I use the word idea and faith. So here's another one I'm gonna play. This kind of, once again, spirituality talk, right? Which is cool, 4D to 10D to 20 the Matrix. As one being behind the screen, I'm born as a Catholic, religious, and I'm also spiritual. But for the queens out there, I'm 3D. 2D, all the blue pillars. Everyone starts to, you blocked me on jerk, mate. Oh, did I? Hey, check it out. All you bullies, cyber bullies, keyboard trolls, your mother should have swallowed you. The universe would be better without you. Now I block you. Like, bruh. If you have nothing positive to say, what are you doing here? Get the fuck ass. What are you doing here? Respectfully. But anyways, spirituality talk on 3D. Now, I'm an educator. I'm a tattoos and matrix talk, right? But for the queens out there, from the 4D to the 10D to the matrix, spiritual. Like my last girlfriend 3.5 years ago, religious also, right? But she's spiritual. You know, she's into astrology, numerology, crystals, sage. You know, dreams. That was her gift. Yes. And once again, like I tell her, baby, she'd be like, baby, 1111, 777, 444, baby, I love you. And I say, respect you. I will say this because you want me to say this. I'm not trying to discourage you, just to let you know, to remind you that is not my realm. Communication, A. B, I don't comprehend it. It's very, very intriguing. You know, you tell me about it, you can educate me about it, but respect me to remind you, I don't have to comprehend because it's not my realm. I know you feel that I'm higher than 3D, but I'm not. I'm just here to remind the whole universe, every realm, every being. I'm happy you're higher, story, etc. If that's you, queens, how the fuck do you have a fuckboy fucker by your side, whatever you're into? He's emotionally cheating, physically whipping your ass, 2 black eyes in, and he loves God. Respectfully, like that's negative energy. Too narcissistic. Lose the disciples. You're God, you are love. So if you're love and they're toxic love, why are you doing the opposite track? Respectfully. And don't worry, Queen, I was you. You pray about how manifest. You do that all you want. It's not, you're praying for the wrong person. You should pray for yourself. To build strength and courage to walk away. What? I know it's gonna hurt. I know you feel like you're giving up on it, but no, this has been over a long time ago. You just don't know that yet. That's why, once again, that trigger comment for TikTok. And it's very factual. You don't know this yet. But it's a trigger comment. Like the queens, they get destroyed. These fuckboys, better said, right? And they believe God, Allah, Buddha. Like, you allow this to happen. What? You allow it to happen. Karma. Well, I say karma, not knowing. What do you mean, I allowed it? If I'm not in a toxic relationship and you're in a toxic relationship, how and why? If I'm telling you, if I was in your shoes, I'd walk away. So why don't you walk away? What? You bitched about him. Victim mentality, everything. So why don't you walk away? Why are you scared? I was you, so let me elaborate. The reason why you're scared to leave, because why? Especially if these boys too narcissistic. You became the probation officer, the mother, the father, and the what? The babysitter and shit. And now you worry about them because you're too empathetic, right? And you know if you leave them, potentially they might get in trouble. They might fall to the streets, become zombies, as an addiction, or get in trouble with the law. Fuck up every which way. I'm here to remind everybody, that's not your fucking kid. If that's an adult, quote unquote, and they left the household, he is not your kid. If you have kids, chase kids in general. Those little kids, for us adults, that's your inner child. That kid don't know shit about life. Respect when I say this, for everyone out there, this double tattoo, for the most, if people, I say respect when I say make this comment, if kids in Africa that are poor, quote unquote, have cell phones, technology is key every which way. Talk to the AI. Is cheating wrong? What are trauma bonds? What's deflection, projection? Every which way, there it is, right? So, that's the shit. I promise you, Queen, I know it's gonna hurt. It sucks. You feel like you know, the guilt trip because you feel like you're giving up on them. It's been over a long time ago. So, when you're ready, the door's right there. You can go through and then not go back. But if you go back, that is your free one choice. That means you're struggling in trauma bond. You're the only being that can break it. He can't break it. Higher source can break it. Your kids can't do it. I can't do it. What? God can do it for me. Okay, if that's factual, then why are you still there? Respect for you know? So yeah, let me play this clip really fast. And once again, this is another like afterlife clip. And once again, I love to download this and hear these things because it's very, very intriguing, but I don't know. But Emily, when I say this, Queen, like nothing against you. And once again, and initially, we're all broken initially. I was broken for 30. I don't know what my tongue. Like when I say 39, I can say it now. But when I say it, sometimes I get stuck in the word, right? But in this lifetime, for 39 years of my life, I was in a journey. I knew about God. I was an empathetic person on the overall. But here's the kicker: my narcissist traits. I treated everybody good, friends, family, associates, people in the street, but not my partner too good. Bro, why the ink on the face though? To get your attention. It's an attention getter. The crown thorns for Jesus. I decided to crucify myself with my tattoos, my words. Because I say respectfully, why you ask me the question? Why does anybody ask me that question? Why are the tattoos? Like in Seattle, it's amazing. Like you have all these tattoos, and they're just words. What's it about? The healing journey in Seattle. The queens love it. Oh my gosh, the healing journey. You know about that? You're queen. Read any part of my body. And respect when I say this is not raising no competition. I am not better than nobody. But show me anybody at any platform, any ink magazine, at every part of the realms that has my tattoos. I promise you, 1,000, you can't show me that. All these words, I guarantee you, if all these therapists, counselors, psychiatrists, life coaches, natural graders saw my tattoos, I will get their attention. And they'll probably talk to me. So why do you have us on you? You know about this? Yeah. I can't show me. If you can't show me, tag somebody that has my tattoos. Words. But you have Bible scriptures. Cool. Now ask the Bible for advice to life. Show me in the Bible where it says deflection, projection, gaslight, manipulation, trombones. You can't show me that. Old school terminology is potentially wise, but even then, if you have no one to talk about the Bible and elaborate, it's Japanese to you. If it's in the Bible, show me. Respect when I say that. Nothing against the Bible at all. And then once again, to your comment, higher source can't do for nobody. That is your belief. You can, once again, you don't have to comprehend me at all. But especially to you queens. Especially to, that's what the boys hate my ass. I don't give a shit. Hate me if you all you want. I'll show you the umbrella. What's the umbrella? Elaborate. In the Spanish culture, Hispanic Spaniards, 80%, all you queens behind the screen, that's what brown boys hate me. If you want to date us brown boys, Hispanic Spaniards, 80% brown boys are fuck boys. And they love God, and they go to church. They'll smash you, your best friend, and your mother, and they say they love God. And they're hard workers, right? They're hard workers, work hard in their friendships, co-workerships, and their social media. They don't work hard in relationships. That's why you're the housewife. He's got the work wife, club wife. He got wives everywhere, but he loves God. Don't fall for that corny ass bullshit. Ya tú sabes. I don't know what that is. Once again, I'm not gang mafioso. I'm not from the streets. All you blue pillars, gang mafiosos, you're entertainers for the streets. Toxic love. I'm a red pillar, educator. Love. I don't care about toxic love. That's irrelevant. All the blue pillars, they wouldn't ever evolve. The streets, they wouldn't evolve. They're Lucifer disciples. The fuckers of the universe. Everything they touch, they destroy. They are common unknowing. So if you're love and you want to fucking do opposite and date toxic love, I pray for you. I go my dig. I have compassion for you. I don't feel sorry for you, especially you queens. How come you're a queen, right? I tell the brown girls, Hispanic Spaniards, you are love and you believe in God, but you date a gangbanger mafioso. He's a fuck boy. You know that, right? He's a devil, and he's toxic love. And then you want to get married, have kids with him, then crucify yourself and your kids every which way. Educado, yeah, about robbery of life. But once again, I don't care about the streets. Respectfully, I don't care about the streets at all. I don't deal with brown boys. That's why social media block. I don't deal with brown people at all. Respectfully, I am brown. Part of Spanish culture, Hispanic. I don't care about the brown culture. You can't do shit about life. You're a hard worker, but you don't work hard in your relationship. That's why you're a fuck boy and you love God. That's why the queens, I tell you, yo queens, just because it says God. I met him at church. You met him at church and he's a fuckboy. Really? Mexican Post Malone, that you? I guess you could say that. But once again, my tattoos are mapped to life. Every which way. Nobody has my tattoos. We supposed to say that. My painting that I control. It's the healing journey. Teach me about robbery of life, robbery of feelings. And please don't bring God. God can't do for nobody at all, respectfully. Because if you're a fuckboy, I'm not a fuckboy. How? Make that make sense. If you're a zombie addicted to addiction, I'm not a zombie addicted to addiction. How? Why? What is the difference between you and I? You want to talk about it? I know it's personal, shots fired, but there it is. Boys and girls, run from feelings. That's where you're on a journey. Men in the healing journey, we talk about this every which way. That's how I'm going to get my tattoo this Friday. Higher just can't do it. Stay in school, kids. What's school going to do for you in life? You can stay in school all you want, but then you bitch about your toxic ass partner going through a break. You got cheated on, right? Now ask your English teacher, what do I do with my feelings? Ask your history teacher, what do I do with my feelings? Exactly. Ask your counselor, they don't know shit. These counselors in high school and middle school, they don't know shit about life. Will you pray? Will people suffer? They don't know shit. And they're talking. Here's the best part. They trigger those categories. Hire your counselor, therapist, psychiatrist. Those 4 categories in this universe that teaches us about feelings, the DSM-5 book, but you, as a counselor, therapist, psychiatrist, you're in a toxic love, broken, coded relationship. You're dating a fucking zombie. You're a zombie addict addiction. Every time your client talks about the child trauma, breakup, divorces, you kind of leaves. You got to hold your composure, run your desk, get your Skittles. What? Take your Skittles. Depression, PTSD, anxiety. Go get your bottle. Go get your drugs. That's you for the rest of your life. So does your mother and father. I love the bullies, man. I swear, I could do this all day. That's my tattoos. Once again, to show you guys. All you bullies, cyber bullies, keyboard trolls, your mother should have swallowed you. The universe would be better without you. On my back. Don't call yourself a good person, a religious person, a spiritual person, an atheist person if you know you are doing wrong. You are good for the streets. You are good for nothing but pseudo garbage, respectfully. Next session, not this Friday, 2 weeks from now, it's gonna say under my top left, it's gonna say, how can you be a weak, narcissistic bully dash racist and think you are a good person, a religious person, a spiritual person, an atheist person? Make that make sense. You're good for the streets, comma, toxic love. You are not good for homes, love. Shots fired. I don't fuck with toxic love. I don't see color. I see energy. Positive, negative, and zombies. That's it. I like your tattoo. Thank you, Queen. It's my gift. Deadass. All my tattoos is a gift to life. It's a map to life. 5 years ago, as my second family fell back, started the healing journey, and I made a vow to the universe. When I figured this healing journey out, all these people, all these religious, spiritual, atheist, good people that been knowing this shit, knowing, and they didn't say shit. I fuck your feelings. What? I don't give a shit, Mr. Positive, God, Buddha. If you knew this, why? Here's the best part. I get this whole spiritual warfare bullshit. You worry about someone's off your dome. Technology, a burner fucking account. You don't have to show your face. You can have fucking these computer programmers, hackers and shit, mask your bullshit. But here's the best part. You don't have to even verbalize nothing. You can type it up. There's so much resources. But no, I get it because it's probably an ego. You kept the shit to yourself. Or I get it. Like my support team, like 6 out of 10, they reached out to me, but they told me they went off the rip. Yo, King, 5 years ago, I'm here for you. The Queen's my IG, 3 through IG, 3 through Facebook. But just to let you know, they reminded for 88 days, they remind me just to let you know when I see you evolving. I know when you're evolving from the healing journey, victim mentality, all your energy in your ex, to the awakening journey, less than your energy in your ex, like you say that term, more energy the person in the mirror. I'm letting you know I'm leaving. Sometimes I talk about it, I choke up because I'm like, it'd be nice, it'd be really fucking nice if they were still in my life and we had these conversations. Because, I can still learn from them, vice versa. And, they can see how I evolved so fast because of them, But as a forewarning, just to let you know, as I was taught and I was forewarned, when you have a real support team, they can tell you that. Are you ready for, remember this, rejection. The big fucking word rejection. As one being, can you handle rejection? In life, you will always get rejected. And man, bullshit. You apply for a job? Nope. You go to a job, you work, hard worker, your manager tells you, check out Rito, I see your work hella good. I'm gonna, system management business is about to pop up. I'm gonna hook you up. What? You're gonna get the position. And they told you, I'm gonna get the position. And then the day that the opportunity is there for the position, they fucking hired. Here's the worst part: when they hired Joe Blow, that has no experience at all, and you'd be like, what the fuck? You just got rejected, and they told you you're gonna get the position. And you did, that's why once again, like I was taught this in 2000. Yeah, 2000. That's why I don't use the word like. I pray, I manifest. When it comes to man bullshit, I don't do that. I use the word because my boy in 2000, he's all, when you pray, hope, manifest, right? In your head, you can write it down, do all that, but when you get rejected and they tell you no. So I just say it all the time. I pray, manifest. I get this job, I get this car, I get this girlfriend. And I prayed, I manifest, I wrote it down. I did every fucking ritual in the universe, right? Burned all the stage to the universe. I don't get the job. I don't get the car. I don't get the girl. I got rejected every which way. Now my day goes to shit. Negative energy. My narcissist trying to come out. I do reactive abuse. Hey Rito, how you doing? Fuck you. Or I give them the look at day like, bro, you having a bad day? Because they are having a bad day. Because they pray by manifest. They sold us, not knowing, you sold yourself a dream. That's my boy Tommy. He's like, I'm gonna teach you something. I was maybe like 20, 21. He's all, I know we just barely met at work, right? But here's the kicker: don't use like pray, plan, manifest. Use the word idea and faith. What does that mean? It's a leap of faith, 50-50 shot, 50% chance you get the job. Cool, it was meant to be. 50% chance you don't. It wasn't meant to be. You trip, you don't fall, you go on with your day, you go on with your life. What? Try that out, man. So angry with my father, he got my daughter pregnant again. Oh, keyboard warriors, that's nice. I love you guys. You're the best. Now you get blocked. Every which way. What's up, Lolo? How you doing? Like, yo, what? I get the kind of social media, all you cyberbullying trolls and bullshit, but like, if that's your intent, why? Because all you trolls, all you bullies, inside you're broken, ugly, lost every which way. You're on a journey, you're on a healing journey. That's why you do deflection, projection, gas manipulation. Yes, people that you bully, like don't worry themselves, you might trigger them. They might jump off the live session. I love to bully bullies every which way. Is that a blank in the background? Oh yeah, that's X. Just say offer to the fullest. So what is the healing journey? Oh, Emily, that's when you fall back, start the healing journey, and the intent is to feel your feelings, to comprehend, to evolve in life, to talk to yourself. Like in life, once again, when we set these goals, quote unquote, I'm gonna get a better job, get a better car. Set these goals. Travel, fuck, I'm gonna go skydiving. And I said respectfully, Queen locally wise, I follow her. I said respectfully, she lesbian. Her and her wife went skydiving, right? And she made a comment like, and I said respectfully, I don't want to like, do the buzzkill and do like a reality check. She's like, I jumped out of a plane. That means I can handle anything in the universe. Nothing can like put fear in me. Like, okay, are you ready for a breakup? You're married. Did you know your wife can cheat on you? You ready for that? But you jumped out of a plane. I want to be smart. I said I want to jump out of a plane. If I want to allow as possible, say it's possible, I'm not taking the risk. I could be that. Let's say it's a 1 in a billion chance. I could be that 1 in a billion. So why would I jump out of a plane respectfully? As a respectfully, nah, that a giant human head in the background. That's X. X que Tentacion. Did you like the movie Scarface with Al Pacino? Yeah, it's a good flick. It's a game mafioso flick. It's a good flick. It's just, but that's a street life, and I get it. You go to come from poor countries. You want to do the black market world. It's fast money, but at a cost. That's what you once again, all the gang mafiosos, right? The black market world. That's what they make movies for. Yeah, anime, everything. It's a forewarning. You can make fast money, man-made bullshit. That becomes your god. But then you want to leave that lifestyle, and then magic. You want to get married and have kids. Like, why would you want to self-sabotage your girlfriend or wife, and your kid's life because of the life you live in for a man-made dollar? Make that shit make sense. I love X. He is my background, and I do him. Oh, shut up, no way. That's awesome, beautiful. Hell yeah, no, I love Tree of Life. 20 years old. That's why I challenge everybody. If you're 20 years old and younger, teach me anything about life. Positive. Respectfully, you're 20. I'm 18 out of 44. I got 24 years on you guys, right? Don't bring higher source. I've heard God, Jesus. I have my tattoos for a reason, right? But if you tell me something positive, I'm in the healing journey, I'm working on myself, now you got my attention. You're 20, let's say you're 18 years old saying that. You're doing good. No, I love my tattoos. Why? My tattoos, nobody has my tattoos. You might have Adam and Eve, Genesis, Cain and Abel, Noah's Ark, right? But the healing journey, for example, my tattoos, all you circles, all you babble, my tattoos, all you babble, bagrophobic fuck girls.